Welcome to Around the Kinky Campfire. Grab a seat, pour a drink, and let's turn up the heat. This is the podcast where we explore the wild, wonderful, and sometimes wicked world of kink, BDSM, and alternative lifestyles. Whether you're a seasoned player, a curious newbie, or just here for the stories, we've got something for you. Join us on Thursdays on your favorite podcast platform as we share experiences, dive into deep discussions, and may even spark a little fire of your own. No shame, no judgment, just real talk around the kinky campfire. Let's get lit. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Around the Kinky Campfire. This is your host, the super dependable, super califragilistic, expialidocious, Julius Marques. And I have another topic here for you today. Also, if you're feeling less fancy, just call me just Julius. And new episodes of Around the Kinky Campfire are on Thursdays, video episodes on Fridays on the YouTubes. Another topic for you here today, and before we get into that, of course, we have to do the ASMR, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever it is, by another unsponsored drink that is of the adult variety, and I will not put it on camera just for the YouTubes, but it is the Berry Monkey Fruited Sour Tribble that I'm still drinking, 9.5% ABV, and here we go with the ASMR, 2 seconds, and 3, 2, still chilly, even though it's been there for about an hour or so. But we will get into it now. Very serious episode. All right. I asked you before what your relationship attraction type was, and now I ask you what kind of partner you are. That's the topic we're going to talk about today, and hopefully I'll get through all of it. And once again, I'll put the YouTube-inspired video, I believe it's from the same channel, in the description. Hopefully. We'll see. Hopefully you saw it last time, and hopefully you'll see it this time too down there. Let me know if you don't. Instagram, Campfire Kinksters, and then of course on the emails and in the Yahoos. Let me know. Okay, so we have like 9 types of partners. We have Savior, we have Vampire, we have Shadow, Narcissist, CEO, Ice Block, Tourist, Child, Competitor, and Anchor. And just like last time, when you try to Google this stuff, you don't come up with this in here. So I had to take notes from the video, but I enjoyed what I saw and heard. And I want to talk about that for you today. Hopefully I won't go heavy into my backstory before we get into the different types here. Okay, so let's see. How the role you play in love, it comes about, and how it's quietly ruined you. Ha, 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 ha. Have you studied yourself? Ooh, man. Okay, so we know about narcissists, we know about avoidance and red flags because it's all in the buzzwords now and everybody's heard about it. And of course, we heard narcissists on the list, and here we go again for the second week in a row. It's like the special word from Pee-wee's Playhouse or something. But we need to know about you. And as y'all know, campsters, that Julius likes to do introspection, shadow work, inner self-work, self-awareness, all those kind of things. So, of course, I saw this video and I was like, ooh, the campsters need to know about this. And so I'm talking about it now. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Your vibe denotes your tribe. Yeah, that one too. So, yeah, the secret is that like forces attract. So if you are an asshole, you'll attract other assholes. Ooh, shocker. Okay. You're not unlucky in love. You're typecasting yourself. Yay! Okay. Love is a system. Relationships equals psychological roles interacting. Yeah, we can talk about that younger self because I messed up last time. I'm talking about inner child or whatever it is. Your younger self is in there, and we kind of get stuck in our preconditioned genetical programming, generational trauma, all those different types of things. And it's like, hey, we don't have to get stuck in that kind of stuff. We can learn better. And that's what I'm bringing here to you today. Bringing here to you today, campsters, is different ways of thinking. And hopefully you get out of your asshole and do some research for yourself. Go up there and fuck up a few times and learn from your mistakes. Build that confidence, because that's what we like to do here. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Hey, there you go. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. Basically, it's not just auditioning. I don't know if anybody's heard that dating is similar to looking for a new job. So basically, a date is like an interview. You're also trying to sell yourself. If you're going for an interview, guess what? You're trying to sell yourself. Even as the interviewer, you also are trying to sell your company or yourself to the person you are interviewing. It's a mutual relationship there. So they have to accept the offer as well as you offering it to them, which is pretty funny that they brought it up in this video, which is very true. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So the alternative angle here is that this relates to power dynamics, emotional roles, and identity play. So when you're choosing a role for yourself, this becomes a factor as well. So I'm pretty sure we could relate all of these to some particular kink role that we have or have been or looking for. Okay. So here we go. The first one, shadow, living through someone else's dark side. Ooh, the shadow again. Kind of like the parasite or whatever. Twin self. Twin flame, that one. Okay, seductive, chaotic, identity blurring. Ooh-wee. You date what you repress. You outsource your forbidden self. So I don't know if y'all had this happen, but I unconsciously make faces. You might have seen it if you've been watching the video. I make unconscious faces on different things, and I didn't realize until recently that I can't really hide my face. That usually comes out in some form or another. And unconsciously, I'm speaking to people. And people are reacting to that. And I had no idea until I did some self-work and did some meditation on myself. That is a thing. Interesting that they bring it here and the shadow comes up again. All right, so alternative angle is living out taboo desires through your partner, safe distance from your own darkness. Okay, so you're kind of using them to block your inner self. Projection probably is a thing as well. Once again, I want to talk more about each of one of these parts, but I have to speed through this to get through the whole list in the time that I have. So we'll see how that goes. And once again, please, I like questions. Send me an email, hit me up on the Instagrams and Twitters, the X's, whatever it is. All those different things, the YouTubes as well, the comments below. Okay, problem is you become addicted to the energy, then resent them for it. Then you're not in love, you're watching your unlived life, and then you didn't choose them, you hid inside them. Wow, you're using your partner to repress your innermost stuffs. Okay, interesting. Julius has more to say, but moving on to the next one. The narcissist, once again, addicted to being worshipped. Create their own reality and then get you in there and then they keep you in there. Charismatic, controlling, and then ego-driven, which is, goodness. Ugh, gross. Okay, you seduce and then you or they seduce, but you don't connect. You need admiration. You got to stroke that ego like it's oxygen. Gross. Okay, alternative, praise kink, which is also emotional. They kind of related that. Interesting there. Praise kink. Or I should say I kind of gathered. They said, and I took it as a thought for myself. Control through attention. So yeah, praise kink is... I guess it's like stroking the ego, but it could be done safely. So, fruity is praise kink. So basically, praise kink is where you Julius knows the young kid term. You riz up your partner, and then they enjoy that. So words of affirmation, validation, those are the healthy forms of it. You can just stroke their ego, which is more common, I guess. And then that is a kink that people like, and that turns them on. Or, they enjoy it. Very interesting. A very fragile self-hidden under confidence. So fake confidence is great. As we all know, highly narcissistic people are very insecure at the same time. They just don't want you to see it. Ugh. Okay, moving on. The CEO, untouchable but unloved. Ooh, powerful, cold, emotionally armored, hyper-independent. Ooh, man. Yeah, that hits close to home. I don't need anyone mentality. Oh, no. This is, speaking of shadow in a mirror, you attract warm, nurturing people, but you push them out. Oh, no, I haven't done that before. Oh, God. Okay, the psychologically between counterdependence. Yeah, counter dependency. It's a trauma response, an extreme psychological pattern of avoiding intimacy, vulnerability, and reliance on others, often stemming from child neglect or trauma. It appears as hyper independence, but is actually driven by a deep seated fear of trust, abandonment, or rejection, leading individuals to reject, help, and maintain a perfect or always fine facade. So, right there with you. This is one of the ones where I had to get a psychological definition because your boy Julius, most of the time, your boy, is, hitting home. Yep. Currently working through that. All right, so alternative side, control through emotional distance, dominance via detachment. Okay, yeah, so pretty good as far as that's concerned. But yeah, working on the hyper independence. Interesting. And then also, looky here, vulnerability equals weakness, but we're trying to be more vulnerable. It's great. Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, we're working on that. So I'm right there with you, Campsters. If you're new here, I want to actually say I do not care about being right. This is my disclaimer. I just provide information, and you all do what you will with it. I would hope you do some introspection and further research at some point in time, but I want you to know I'm not above you. I don't think I'm better than you. I'm currently working on a lot of the stuff I talk about, and I just want to share my experiences with you so far. So if you find that interesting or helpful, then please ask me questions and also do your own research. I would love it if somebody was like, oh, but you haven't heard of this. What do you think? Ooh, that's the juicy meat right there on the filet mignon. I need to trim my cuticles. Okay, so yeah, the CEO definitely hit hard with me. Ugh. Okay, the savior, love as a fixer fetish. Ooh, nurturing, draining, and martyr-coated. Welcome to the Around the Kinky Campfire podcast advice line. Got a burning question about kink, BDSM, relationships, and or navigating the wild world of alternative lifestyles? You've come to the right place. Whether you're looking for guidance, reassurance, or just a nudge in the right direction, we're here to help. Judgment-free and with a dash of kinky wisdom. Send in your questions and let's talk it out by the fire. No topic is too taboo, no curiosity too small. We're all making mistakes, growing and exploring together. Submit your questions anonymously at Around the Kinky Campfire, campfire with a K, at yahoo.com, or slide into our DMs at Twitter, Kinky Campfire, campfire with a K, YouTube, Around the Kinky Campfire, campfire with a K, or Instagram, Campfire Kinksters, campfire with a K. Let's keep the fire going. Captain Save-A-Ho. Okay, yeah, they fall for broken people and projects. Oh man, if you've been in the dating world, you might be a project person, or you know somebody that's a project person. I know I do, and it's like, yeah, you got to be the savior complex. I got to fix them. I can fix them. They weren't like that until they met me, or I can change them. Ooh, all red flags. If I am needed, therefore I am loved. Okay, and then our angle on it, service, submission, and then worth tied to sacrifice. So, yeah, you are sacrificing your well-being for somebody else, and that is your identity, and that is what your worth is in life. So, wow. Yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. Oh, boy. Man. Okay, so I don't feel that for myself, but I definitely feel it for other people and people I have been with. That's the thing. Ugh. Yeah. Projects. Everybody has that phase in their life where you try to fix somebody. I say everybody, most people in general has that in their life where they try to fix somebody, and there you go, right there. You are the savior. Hopefully you take that lesson and use it in the future as a way to not burn yourself out or overextend yourself. Use your energy. Boo. For yourself, especially if they don't appreciate you or take you for granted. Ugh, that's a rough one. Okay, next we have the ice block. Intimacy equals threats. Distance, detached, emotionally unavailable. And then wants connection, but fears closeness. The ice block. Ice block where my heart used to be. Oh, yeah. Neo. But it is interesting as the ice block. I think I was there when I was younger myself, and it was like, I'm too cool. pun. Too cool to be in show vulnerability and be close to anybody, and I wanted to protect myself. So similar behaviors as the ones listed here. Pull away when it gets real. Yep. Shut down emotionally and create distance. That sounds like an avoidant. Yeah, exactly. All right. There you go. An alternative angle here is power through withdrawal and then control via absence. Yeah. We all try to play hard to get. There's the bad version of that where you try to, you up there on your own little pedestal, and then nobody can get to you and you're unaffected. It's like, you can try to get to me, but you're not enough. Oh, so gross. You're not independent. You're in emotional hiding. Yeah. As you say to yourself, that's really what it is. People. Oof. These ones are hitting hard here. What kind of partner are you? Jules was like, this might be an interesting episode. And I looked at the notes. I looked at him, and I didn't really look at him. Or I kind of avoided looking at him because I'm going to say that for the podcast. Ugh. Okay, the tourist. Addicted to the high, not the human. So this is where that dopamine comes in. This is something I feel like I'm saying I'm better than you. I don't do this. This one I don't. The last two I did. Okay. Characteristics: exciting, restless, non-committal. So they're in and out. Loves newness, chemistry, and the chase. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Leaves when things get real. And then alternatively, the dopamine chasing and the serial seduction. So the big time flirts. They're there and then they're not. Fly by nights. Hit that red eye as soon as possible. They're not there when you wake up in the morning. Fear being trapped and then never builds anything real. It's like a flight attendant or a traveling nurse or something. Not trying to put that stereotype on them, but yeah, that's the kind of thing we're talking about there. They're not there for very long. Fly by nights. You collect moments but never build a life. Okay, I don't want to put this on the allosexuals or everybody, the hookup culture, but that sounds a lot like that. You are dopamine, you're there for the thrill, and then when it gets to the oxytocin and some real emotion, then you're like, out of there, I got to try and find something new. That is something I can't relate to. That is not a life I've lived. So it's very interesting for me. That is like, yeah, it sounds like what it is. Maybe it hits home with you. Check out the link below in the description. Hopefully it's there. Okay. Next, we have the child looking for a hand, not a partner. Oof, dependent, overwhelming, fragile. Oh, boy. Raise your hand if you know these types. You want guidance, protection, someone to decide for you. You can't make decisions. It's because you're trying to avoid responsibility and regress under stress. So you kind of run away. Not only do you regress, you run away under stress. Okay, alternative, surrender of control, dependency as safety. Dependency as safety. Dependency as safety. So you depend on somebody else and that's safe for you. You avoid the uncomfortable rejection stuff. So yeah, you're running away as well. Ooh. Learned helplessness. Oh, that's the core root of it all. Oh boy. I hope we get rid of that. If anything else, I hope you all get rid of that because that is gross. We all have a supercomputer in our hands. I have two, one for notes and one for regular. It's connected to the internet. You can research this stuff. Hopefully that's how you found this podcast. Unequal dynamic. You don't want love. You want to be taken care of. I know sugaring is a thing. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, sugar daddy, sugar baby. Yeah, okay. Your kink is not my kink, and that's okay too, but I am not, that is not on my list. Independent, INDEPN, I don't know what I mean. I need an independent person, not just a woman, a person. Yeah, okay. The vampire. Get a couple more here as my time is almost running out. The vampire, love as survival feeding. Ooh, intense, draining, and emotionally consuming. Goodness. Okay. You need constant reassurance, constant presence, and nothing is ever enough. Interesting. Here we go back into Julius realm. Alternatively, emotionally dependency, obsession as intimacy. Obsession as intimacy. Interesting. Okay. No internal regulation, fear abandonment, act desperate, and then push them away. Ooh, you're not asking for love. You're trying to survive. No matter how much they pour into you, you still feel empty. The emotional vampire. Intense, draining, emotionally consuming. Constant reassurance, constant presence. Okay, so that's the Always got to be there. Object permanence. Object permanence is a thing. If they're not there, then they're not real. So you always got to be in control. That sounds like an anxious attachment style. Interesting. Okay, that's very fascinating reading that. Like I said, I made these notes, but I didn't really deeply look at it. Oh no, YouTube, that wasn't me. It was a soda. Sure. Okay, and then lastly, we have the competitor. So gross. Love is a scoreboard. Tense, comparative, and ego-driven. Oh, here goes that ego word again. Relationships is subtle competition. Compare achievements, keep score, need to win. So those are those people that it seems very transactional when you're with them. Don't do favors. I got to do it. I got to give it right back to you if you do that kind of thing. That's so gross. It's like, why are we competing with each other? I know this is like a societal norm. They put it on the TV shows and the movies and all this other stuff. It's like you got to compete with your partner. I don't want to, not a classmate, what are they? Sports ball term, team member, whatever it's called, teammate. I don't want a teammate. I want a coworker. I want a partner. I don't want a teammate. We don't need to be doing this kind of stuff over here. Just kind of keeping score and tallies and everything like that. It's so gross, so transactional. I'm intimate. I don't want to keep score. So yeah, this is a competitor. I'm pretty sure we all know this. Yeah, I got to keep in score. Need to win? Why are we so competitive? Alternatively, dominance through superiority, validation through outperforming. Validation through outperforming. Oh my gosh, that's so horrible. But we've been there. Oh, wait, there's one more after this. I can't count. Okay, so the competitor has a scarcity mindset. Can't celebrate partner fully. That's horrible. Yep, that's scarcity. Scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindsets. So we have it where we don't have a lot, so we got to keep them. So we think we're better at them than certain things. The comparison stuff that's going on. Fascinating. Yeah, so that's a problem. Turn love into a game and no one wins. That sounds like a quote. You turn love into a game and no one wins. So we lost it all along with the moving bins. Okay. All right. Now, lastly, we have the anchor. The power of stability. Grounded, calm, emotionally mature. This is all stuff I'd like to get to. We're working towards the anchor. Secure attachment, communicates clearly, regulates emotions, respects space, but also wants closeness. But can respect it if you don't have the spoons for it at the time, but want the closeness. Emotional stability. Oh, would be nice most of the days. It's a spectrum, so we're bouncing, but hopefully most of the time we're over here in the secure attachment side. Alternatively, safety as the ultimate turn on. Trust-based intimacy. I love it. Good old trust-based intimacy. No chaos, just consistency. Love is in a high. It's practice. You don't chase love, you create love. That's so good. Oh. Hopefully one day we'll get there all the time, or at least we'll work towards it. Okay, so really quickly, I just want to rattle off these things. Breaking the cycle, the call-out moment. Okay, here's the hard truth. You're not finding these people, you're selecting them. You assign roles instantly from impulse going into intention. You assign roles instantly. Ooh. Rewriting the prompts for the CEO. Ask for help. That's one step that you can do to change it. Savior. Stop fixing. Sounds simple, but not easy. Shadow. Build identity. Build your own identity instead of mirroring somebody else's. The tourist. Stay past the boredom. Find people that you want to hang around with. Ice block. Lean into discomfort. You're not cool, bud. You're not cool. Okay. So that's it for now. Of course, once again, I could talk ad nauseum about each one of these possible, but I just want to give you all a little nugget to lean on, and hopefully y'all will check out the video and then have more questions and do more research. Good luck with getting the specifics in there. This gets very confusing outside of this video when you're trying to find something, another article or something like that. It's like, why is it only in this video? So I have to do more research and get back to y'all, do another follow-up or something like that, because I ran out of time, but we can talk about this more, I tell you what, right now. Okay. All right. That's it for now. New Thursdays, new episodes on Thursdays, video on Fridays around noon Eastern on both days. Please check out the Instagram, the X's, and the YouTubes and all that there. But I will catch you next time, Campsters, for more insightful insightsisms from H.H. Julius Marques, a.k.a. just Julius, if you're feeling less fancy. But for now, hello. That's a wrap for this episode of the Around the Kinky Campfire podcast. We love having you by the fire, and we love to hear from you. Got a kinky question, a steamy story, or a topic you want us to cover? Slide into our DMs and send us a message at Around the Kinky Campfire, campfire with a K, at yahoo.com. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you're listening. Your support helps keep the flames burning and the conversations flowing. Follow us on Twitter, Kinky Campfire, Campfire with a K, YouTube, Around the Kinky Campfire, Campfire with a K, or Instagram, Campfire Kinksters, Campfire with a K. To stay in the loop, join the community, and keep the kink alive between episodes on Thursdays. Until next time, stay safe, stay sexy, and keep that fire burning.